Hello, this is Ariella Carmel, and we're in Paris as part of Israel's business delegation, led by Calcalist and Bank Hapoalim. I'm joined by Isabelle Amiel, founding partner at Sienna Venture Capital. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for hosting me.
So can you start off by telling me a little bit about Sienna and the sectors that you are focused on?
Sure. So Sienna Venture Capital is the venture arm of Sienna, that is a group owned 100% by a holding company called GBL, that is a listed holding company owned by two prominent families. One is a Belgian one, the Frère family. The other one is a Canadian one, the Desmarais family. And we came in together with my team. We spinned off from another venture I co-founded called La Maison to come and build this franchise for Sienna. And Sienna is the private asset arm of GBL, open to third-party investors.
Okay. And can you speak a little bit to how the last year has impacted your activities in Israel?
Sure. So, well, firstly, at Sienna Venture Capital, we started with the first fund focusing exclusively on Israeli tech. This is what we've been doing for the last 10 years and became, with my team, the biggest European investor in Israel. We invested in more than 50 companies. So this is what we continue to do because this is what we love to do. So we're big believers in the ecosystem, in the Israeli hub. We're early growth investors. And we are already deployed in this new fund that is a third-time fund with this new name of Sienna, 30% of the capital of our fund. We have the chance to be anchored by this holding company that is GBL, and we are in the process of raising money. And I have to tell you, in terms of impact, that since October 7th, it's been much more difficult to raise money to invest in Israel, though we believe it's the best moment to invest.
And why is that?
Well, because there's less people on the ground. We had to fight in 2021, 2022 with big US funds that were basically deploying a lot of money. There's less competition, and companies have shown their capacity of resilience and rebound. And we really believe in the entrepreneurship spirit of the Israeli entrepreneur, their capacity to rebound. So we think it's the best moment to invest because valuations are lower. There's a big discount with their peers in the US, same company, same market. So we think it's the best moment, but the market sees as Israel still as a geographical hub where we think it's a global hub.
And so do you think that is translated to other French investors, or is there still a reluctance to invest in Israeli tech more broadly?
So we're trying to spread what we feel. It's hard, but we will prevail, like Israeli will prevail, and will hopefully bring investors to the ground, but it's not an easy, tough job to do right now. It's opening back.
And you've been active in the Israeli tech ecosystem for a long time now. Can you speak to what initially attracted you to the Israeli tech scene?
So to be honest, at the very beginning, I just felt it was an opportunity to enter in the US market. We wanted to do tech. It was 10 years ago. There was no mature market in tech in Europe. The only market that I had identified was the Silicon Valley. And I very quickly understood that in the Valley, the big one takes it all, takes all the good deals, the Sequoia and Andreessen. And I felt that through Israeli tech, I could have access to the same market, but through a path that was different. And because we were bringing value to the ecosystem, because we were European investors. Israeli companies are open to the US. They're more reluctant to come to Europe, and we brought this to those companies.
Amazing. Now, you wear many hats. You are also very active in addressing anti-Semitism for the French Jewish community and everything that they've been experiencing in the last period. Can you speak a little bit about your efforts there?
Sure. I could never have imagined as a Jewish girl living in the diaspora that I would once experience in my life what I'm experiencing today. First, I would have imagined that would have been perceived as victims. And 7th of October was a drama, it was a pogrom. And I couldn't have imagined that it would have raised more anti-Semitism. So in France, we're struggling, but we're fighting, like you're fighting in Israel, here in France, with a group of entrepreneurs. We're trying to fight to do name and shame and to put in front of the world the anti-Semitism that are trying to hide themselves. People want us out of the country, not a lot of people, but we have an extreme left party that is very active in anti-Semitism. So we need to fight, and we will fight.
Wow. Okay, well, on that note, we're going to close the conversation, but thank you so much for joining us and for all of the important work that you're doing.
Thanks a lot.